Episode 3: Encouraging Curiosity and Exploration in Kids. Hello, welcome to Wonder Kids Lab. In this episode, we will explore on how to foster a child's natural curiosity and love for learning. Please subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell to stay in the loop, share our videos with your friends and family, and do leave a comment to share your thoughts. Curiosity is a fundamental aspect of cognitive development. Encouraging a child's natural curiosity can lead to enhanced learning and a lifelong love for discovery. This episode will provide practical tips and activities to stimulate curiosity and create an environment that supports exploration. First guidelines is to provide tips on how to answer children's questions and encourage through 1. Model curiosity, show interest in the world around you. Express wonder aloud, like "I wonder why the sky is blue?" This not only demonstrates curiosity but also encourages children to think and ask questions. 2. Engage in open-ended questions, ask questions that cannot be answered with a simple yes or no. This approach encourages deeper thinking and exploration. Open-ended questions are a powerful tool to stimulate a child's thinking, creativity, and curiosity. They invite children to express their thoughts and ideas without the constraints of right or wrong answers. Here are a few examples and the rationale behind them. While observing nature, ask, "What do you think this bug is doing on the leaf?" The rationale is to encourage the child to observe the bug's behavior and come up with their own hypotheses. It promotes critical thinking and curiosity about natural processes. Another question while building blocks can be, "What kind of building are you making and why did you choose that design?" This question encourages the child to articulate their creative process and the purpose behind their design choices, fostering creativity and problem-solving skills. Questions could be based on story elements like, "Why do you think the character made that choice?" This question encourages the child to delve into character motivation and story structure, enhancing comprehension and empathy by considering different perspectives. Your questions could be on predicting outcomes, exploring feelings, and on daily experiences. Remember that open-ended questions helps in building confidence, promoting language development, fostering creativity, and encouraging critical thinking. 3. Follow their lead, let the children's interests guide the conversation. If they show interest in a particular topic, delve deeper into it together. This helps them feel their curiosity is valued and supported. 4. Answer appropriately, tailor your answers to the child's age and understanding. Simplify complex concepts and relate them to familiar experiences. If you don't know an answer, explore it together by looking up information or visiting the library to tailor answers to a child's age and understanding. When children ask questions, it's crucial to provide answers that are appropriate for their developmental stage. This involves simplifying complex concepts and relating them to familiar experiences. Here are examples for different age groups. Example question: "Why is the sky blue?" For a toddler. Ages 2 to 4. Simplified answer: the sky looks blue because of the way the sun shines through the air. Relating to familiar experiences, remember how the water in your cup looks blue when you put it up to the light? It's a bit like that. For a preschooler. Ages 4 to 6. Simplified answer: the sky looks blue because sunlight hits the air and makes a blue color. Relating to familiar experiences, it's like when you shine a flashlight through your toy with colored glass, and it looks different colors. For a school-age child. Ages 6 to 10. Simplified answer: the sky is blue because of something called scattering. When the sun's light hits the air, it spreads out in all directions, and blue light scatters the most. Relating to familiar experiences, think about when you throw a handful of small stones in a pond. The stones scatter in all directions, just like the light scatters in the sky, making it look blue. For an older child. Ages 10 and up. Detailed answer: the sky appears blue because of a phenomenon called Rayleigh scattering. This happens because the molecules in the air scatter shorter wavelengths of light, like blue and violet, more than the longer wavelengths like red and yellow. Since our eyes are more sensitive to blue light and because some violet light is absorbed in the upper atmosphere, the sky looks blue to us. Relating to familiar experiences, it's similar to when you shine white light through a prism, and it splits into a rainbow of colors. The sky works like a giant prism, but it scatters the colors instead of spreading them out. Key points to consider: age appropriateness. Adjust the complexity of your explanation based on the child's cognitive development and vocabulary level. Familiar experiences. Relate the concept to everyday experiences or objects the child is already familiar with. This helps them connect new information to what they already know. Encourage further inquiry. After giving an explanation, encourage the child to think more about the topic by asking open-ended questions, like what other things in nature do you think scatter light? By tailoring your answers in this manner, you help children understand complex concepts in a way that is engaging and comprehensible for their age. This method also encourages them to continue asking questions and exploring the world around them. Second guideline is to suggest activities like nature walks, science experiments, and museum visits. Suggested ways to do this include: 1. Nature walks. Take children on nature walks to explore the environment. Encourage them to observe plants, insects, and weather patterns. Ask them to collect leaves or rocks and discuss their findings at home. Examples of nature work they might find interesting are local parks and nature reserves like the nature reserves and city parks, botanical gardens, wildlife sanctuaries and refuges, community nature trails, wetlands and marshes, forests and woodlands, beaches and coastal areas, wildlife sanctuaries and refuges, and state and national parks. 2. Science experiments. Simple science experiments at home can spark curiosity. Examples of science experiment you may want to explore are: mixing baking soda and vinegar to create a volcanic reaction. Materials you can use are baking soda, vinegar, dish soap, food coloring, a small container, and a larger container or tray. Instructions: place the small container inside the larger container to catch any overflow. Fill the small container halfway with baking soda. Add a few drops of dish soap and food coloring if desired. When ready, pour vinegar into the small container and watch the eruption. Concept: this experiment demonstrates an acid-base reaction, producing carbon dioxide gas which causes the bubbling and fizzing. Magic milk. Materials: a shallow dish, milk, food coloring, dish soap, cotton swabs. Instructions: pour milk into the shallow dish, covering the bottom. Add drops of different food coloring around the milk. Dip a cotton swab in dish soap and then touch it to the center of the milk. Observe the color explosion. Concept: the soap reduces the surface tension of the milk and reacts with the fat molecules, causing the colors to swirl and mix. Walking water. Materials: 3 cups, water, food coloring, and paper towels. Instructions: fill 2 cups with water and add different food coloring to each. Place the empty cup between them. Roll paper towels into tubes, placing one end in each colored cup and the other end in the empty cup. Watch as the water walks up the paper towel and into the middle cup, mixing colors. Concept: this demonstrates capillary action, where water moves through the paper towel fibers against gravity. Balloon rocket. Materials: a balloon, string, tape, and a straw. Instructions: thread the string through the straw and tie the string between 2 points. Inflate the balloon without tying it, and tape it to the straw. Let go of the balloon and watch it zoom along the string. Concept: this experiment illustrates Newton's third law of motion. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Rainbow in a jar. Materials: sugar, water, food coloring, and a tall, clear jar. Instructions: mix water with different amounts of sugar and food coloring in separate cups. Carefully layer the sugar-water mixtures in the jar, starting with the highest sugar concentration at the bottom. Concept: This demonstrates density, as liquids with different densities stack on top of each other without mixing. Static electricity butterfly. Materials: tissue paper, a balloon, tape. Instructions: cut a butterfly shape from tissue paper and tape it to a table. Inflate the balloon and rub it on your hair or a wool sweater. Bring the balloon close to the butterfly and watch it lift its wings. Concept: this shows static electricity, where the balloon becomes charged and attracts the lightweight tissue paper. Floating egg. Materials: a glass, water, salt, and egg. Instructions: fill the glass with water and place the egg in it, noting that it sinks. Remove the egg, add several tablespoons of salt to the water, and stir until dissolved. Place the egg back in the glass and observe that it floats. Concept: this experiment demonstrates buoyancy and density. Adding salt increases the water's density, making it easier for the egg to float. 3. Museum visits. Regular visits to museums can expose children to new ideas and cultures. Interactive exhibits and hands-on activities in children's museums can be particularly stimulating and educational. 4. Library trips. Libraries offer a wealth of resources and can be a great place for children to discover new interests. Participate in story times or other library programs that cater to young learners. The third guideline is to feature a segment on how to create a curiosity-friendly home environment. This could be by following these. 1. Stimulating environment. Create a space at home filled with interesting and diverse materials. Include books, art supplies, building blocks, and natural objects like shells or rocks to explore. 2. Encourage exploration and play. Play and types of plays that can aid cognitive development has been covered in episode 2 of this channel, link is in the description below. Allow children the freedom to explore and play without rigid instructions. Open-ended toys and activities like building blocks, sand, and water play can stimulate imagination and curiosity. 3. Display curiosity-inducing items, rotate toys and learning materials to keep the environment fresh and engaging. Introduce new items periodically to maintain interest and stimulate new inquiries. 4. Positive reinforcement. Encourage children to ask questions and explore without fear of making mistakes. Praise their efforts and provide constructive feedback to foster a safe and supportive learning environment. By incorporating these strategies, you can effectively nurture a child's curiosity and love for learning, setting the foundation for lifelong intellectual engagement and discovery. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell to stay updated, share our videos with your friends, and leave a comment to let us know what you think. Next episode will be on developing reading habits. Stay tuned.